Hello, this is Eric of NotBio's Tech Reviews, and welcome to my review of the Corsair QX120 RGB starter kit. This is a 3-fan pack with a hub. Now we're going to see what this is like, and it's set up right here. We're going to see how you set it up, and of course, test the fan noise with a microphone. There are many different effects this has, and this is one really flashy, fancy, different one. There are also other fans I've reviewed on this channel. This is the Thermal Take SWA fan EX12. I also reviewed the Be Quiet Lightwings 140mm, and I had in previous videos the 120mm set up. And we're also going to review the Lee & Lee Unifan SL120 SL-INF120 RGB, that is. And watch for the iCUE M30 speakers. And everything you see RGB wise is not provided except for this one here, which is a speaker set. Take a look pinned in the comments as well as in the description to my playlist for RGB. Now let's get started. Let's unbox these fans. Inside the box, we have all 3 fans. We have these little tabs to take off that are shiny. Underneath is still shiny. And the other side looks pretty much identical with the same sort of plastic peel shininess on this side. We also have what's going to be RGB windows to see through and to separate them. Wow, that holds with some definitive force. Now to get a better view here, we can see here and here, and underside is identical. Now these pieces, of course, are identical, just a matter of pulling up the tab, this little shim that holds it together, and there's another shim right here that connects to the circuit board that you see right here. So I simply connect that back, connect the little shim back, and I can slide the fan back into place so we can see the electronic part here and the part where the shim goes in. It's this simple, and it's magnetic, so it wants to stick. Fans aside, let's start right here. This is where we have a bunch of accessories of all sorts. And this is where I got to make sure I don't forget anything in the box. The box is now empty. We have the screws for securing these fans to our system. Those are going to go in the screw holes. Computer system to PCI Express. And then we have this, I believe, to our hub, if I'm not mistaken. We'll get more on that in a bit. And we also have the same idea as the SWA fans as well, with our USB 2.0 motherboard connection to our micro USB again. We also have these caps here, and I believe this is to cover our holes, if that's what you want to do. Right here, we have some connectors. Let's pull these out of the box. I want to tip that over and slide them backwards if I can. Wow, that holds pretty good. So what I want to do is I slide that forward, and if I don't want to destroy the box, just like that. Here is our connection point for our hub. This is where electronic signal goes through for our control of our device. Now, one thing I do wish is that this had the 90-degree connection. Let's say if I connect this in my case and I can only have 3 fans and I want to connect all 3 fans, this is going to take extra space. So for your particular case, you want to make sure you have a gap of space above or below the fans you plan to use. There is a 90-degree connection that Corsair did make, but for whatever reason, this doesn't include the 90, which would take a lot less space and make this more compatible with more systems. Here we have 2 sticky tabs, it looks like. Gonna have to find out what this is for later on, but I'm sure I'll find out soon enough. We have a warranty guide. We have safety and compliance information. Here I have the hub. We can see the control circuit right here. We can see, okay, we can see where this connects right here. Our USB, micro USB, right here. Okay, so far so good. And our controller right here. Anything else in this box? It does not appear to be anything else. And if we didn't already notice, there seems to be no instructions in the package. Looked online and again I saw no instructions. Luckily, I'm going to do my best to show you how to connect this up to your system so we can avoid that problem. Since we have this out of our computer, it's going to be as simple as choosing which side you want to connect with here. So I'll just show this right here. Now, I don't know if there's a single direction or not, but we can see that connects to our little circuit board, and this will connect to our little circuit board right here. And this is going to connect right here, tab up, because once this is in the computer, it's a lot harder to show how to connect this. We're going to have to look up our USB hub on our motherboard for connecting our USB 2.0 wherever is our connection on our motherboard itself. And this micro USB will connect on here. Can you see the angle? The angle will be the top angle down with the angle, and it will slide right in. Since I don't have another set of fans, there. Not this side because it won't go in there. Circuit board, in, done. And since people like to know how long this cable is, once connected from here to just behind the connection, we are talking about 24.5 inches. That's, of course, the cable, not including this little connection point. And that 24.5 inches is 62 centimeters, or 620 millimeters in length. You may have noticed that our connector is really huge, and luckily, if you got this kit, we get a complimentary 100 millimeter cable that shortens our length massively if that cable is too long for you. We have the rubber grommets right here, and the point of this is to reduce any possible vibration. You'll also notice right here, here, and here, this is for the option of temperature control. So if something gets hot, if it detects heat, it'll spin up or spin down the fans. And that I consider really good to have. So good job there, Corsair. Part of the price you're paying is the higher quality materials here. Here we have our cable connected to our hub. And this cable goes to our PCI Express connection on our power supply. That is our cable for our power supply. And let's go down to our other end. And here is the cable that normally goes to our graphics card. You can see it's PCIe, and we connect it together just like so. One connected all together, and of course this gives us some good cable length, and we'll have a lot of room for install. When it comes to the cable provided, this cable being vertical means we can only install it in the bottom side of our Corsair 2000D ITX computer case, and if it was an angled cable it would be able to fit on the top or the bottom, but this is not the situation. The motherboard I am using is the MSI B650i Edge Wi-Fi, and with this cable I have to end up removing my GPU because, well, my GPU is covering my USB 2.0. To know where your USB 2.0 connection is on your motherboard, please refer to your user manual for your particular system. Running at reasonable speed, reasonably quiet, and this is the RGB it was started up with before the software was even running. As soon as I turned the computer on, the fans turned on. And this is what it looks like. That is really cool looking. Firmware update is available right off the bat. Now I'm updating the firmware. Let's see what it says. Quit any other application controlling your PC hardware. Okay, got it. Let's see if there's anything else. Oh, wait. MSI Dragon Center. And for those that are wondering, I do have an MSI product. Right here we can see MSI Center. Starting from the beginning, let's look here. We got lighting playback, lighting effects, time warp, hardware lighting, and you can see what the info says about it. And we got cooling, temp monitor per fan. Interesting. And we can even see the RPM. Now, if I want to, I can turn up the fan, I guess, as well. Let's see how that works. Real time. Interesting. I actually like that it's real time. Right now, what you're seeing is the RGB out of the package, and it looks super smooth. You can't see the individual LEDs at all. Awesome. And this is called watercolor spectrum. We also have another one called watercolor. Here's arc. And there's even one that plays with music. Now the music I'm going to play is from audio. If you want to support this channel and you're a content creator, check out audio. Now this is super cool if you're playing music, maybe you're a game streamer. You can have this going in your scene. Color pulse. Color shift. Color warp. And the nice part is how smooth this is for transitions. Most fantastic fans I've seen thus far. Color wave. Gate. Now if this works in your system, you're probably going to be very satisfied with the looks of this. And in a moment, we're going to check out the fan noise of this. And before we do that, I'm going to make sure all other fans in the system are either turned off or turned very low. And this is Infinity, Marquee, Rain, Pong, Rainbow Wave, Rainbow Channel, Rainbow, Spiral Rainbow, Sequential, Rotary Stack, Strobing, and very similar to thermal take fans, this also has one called temperature. Okay, that's cool. The fan temperature detection determines the colors of this. So if I was against the radiator, as the heat goes up, it can literally change screen. You can set your color by your temperature if you want to know the temperature the fans are sensing. That is super cool. Up to 3 profiles. This one is called Visor. Don't get it? Looks cool. Why not? This is one of many different effects under the title of Merles. And this one is called Interstellar. Really cool. Here's a nice little display on the screen, but look at that. We also have Abstract, Liquid, just to name a few other ones. Now, what I want to show you is the fan noise. Right now I have a microphone about 2 feet away from these fans. Let's hear the silence and noise. I'll go through all different fan speeds, all 3. So just listen closely. So we are starting on quiet. Now let's listen to the fan noise. And one thing we didn't see is the fastest fan speed, loudest noise these fans can go, which is 2,000 some RPM. And that reached a max fan speed of 2,400 RPM. Wow. And just so we can see the sides of these fans before we flip it over, with the Corsair 2000D and the fans backwards, this looks kind of neat. Here is the default fan setup. Set up backwards. We can see that little X, which is pretty cool. And one thing, of course, I love is the fact that we can see the RGB through the Corsair logos. But this particular case is not made to run the fans backwards, which would be actually better because it would keep dust rings away from this particular black case. The problem is this cable is pushing up against the lip of this case, and if a 90-degree cable was had, it might have fit just fine. But I do not have a 90-degree cable test, but it's too tight against the bottom, and if I force it, I might break the cable connection. Here's how it looks without the fans moving at all. Now the cool part is we can set up a custom curve, and I can set to whatever I want. Now here's something I noticed. We have the RGB on. Watch what happens when I turn it basically off. Did we hear that difference? This sound you hear when the RGB is on or off could be from the PCI Express connection. This is a Corsair SF750 Platinum power supply. I'm going to be receiving, in about 2 weeks, the ASUS Loki 850 watt Platinum SFXL power supply. The sound profile may change. Unknown at this time, but feel free to leave your comments below. What is your experience, as well as if you want to know if the sound profile changed with a different power supply. What are my thoughts on the Corsair QX120 RGB starter kit? Well, these fans I like more than any other one I use in terms of style. They look super cool. They have more RGB LEDs, super smooth, and are super quiet, at least without my RGB on. It's not that I really hear them whatsoever, but there's a slight sound, and I love my complete silence. The cool thing though is the temperature control option, where you can change the temperature and spin up speed that this goes at based upon, of course, temperature. Great for radiators if you choose that. And one thing I really love is the Corsair logo shows through the RGB on the back side. That little X look is kind of cool, as I showed earlier. Should you get these? In terms of a 3-pack, these are some of my favorites. I do wish they included a 90-degree connection rather than that straight up cable, because that means I have less case compatibility than it could otherwise. This is Eric of Not BIOS Tech Reviews. Thanks for watching, and have yourselves a most wonderful day.